This is the first step when you communicate with the employer. In the application letter, you must have a purpose. What is your purpose? Clarifies the purpose of sending the resume. It arouses the employer's interest in your resume and improves your chances of being granted an interview.
Hands up those of you who have access to the app, you know, the app login. Hands up those who have a phone, a smartphone, but don't know how to log into the app. Because we have an app, and all these presentations that have been going on for the whole of this week are also loaded onto the app. Hands up if you don't have access to the app. All right, so I'll just put up that app thing, yeah? Because right now we are on Wi-Fi, all right? Hang on. Just to enable you to log on to the app, because we'll be posting up a question for a chance to win a mobile phone after the sessions today. All right? So I want everybody to have access to the app. Hey, Vanessa, a lot of the students don't have access to the app. So they post up that, students, while we wait for the employer, could you just log into the app, please? Because most of the information that we have today is on the app. All right? You go to, first of all, you just go to your Wi-Fi and log into USP Career, you know, for Wi-Fi access, because we have been given free Wi-Fi access right now, right, to be able to get the Wi-Fi access, and then you are able to log on to the app. Okay? Okay, I'll give you 2 minutes to do that. All right? That is the USP Wi-Fi login. Okay? Just search through the thing, and then you come to USP dash career, and then dash, and then fair, right? And then the password is down there, right? That's a USP Wi-Fi login. All right? Do you all have access? And then you, hey, wait, hang on. This one? Okay, you have to go to Attendify. Click on it. You go to your app store and click on Attendify. All right, and then the USP code is the USP 2020, and then it's going to take you through. All right, those are the steps. And then that's the USB Wi-Fi, to be able to get access to the USB Wi-Fi. All right? You are all on it, or you're finding difficulty? You need some assistance? All set? Okay, Vanessa's just going to open the door just to allow for more students to come in. Okay, hands up if you have it. If you have the USP Career and Internship Fair app. Finding difficulty? Put your hand up. Okay, what are you trying to do? What are you having difficulty with, my friend? Maybe the girl next to you can assist you. You must have the USB Wi-Fi first to be able to access the internet. All right? So search for this and then log in. Otherwise, you're not able to, to get access to the internet, okay? Search USP Career Wi-Fi to be able to get the Wi-Fi on, and then you go to Attendify and all those other things to be able to get access to the USP Career Fair app. You got it? All right, so you're able to view all the presentations that are there, right? All the contact details from all the employers, and of course the presentations that we've posted up on the app. And then at the end of this session, we will be posting up a question for you, for a chance for you to win yourself a phone. All right, the questions are going to be on the app, and the first person who answers, or probably the 10th person who answers, we will choose from here. All right, if it's correct, then you get to take a phone home. It's a Samsung phone, Okay. We'll just wait for about 2. Okay, for those of you who don't know me, I'm Semi Militaki. I'm the person who sends out information to all your student emails. Like, when you're looking for employment or some of you may have been shortlisted for interview, you can contact us. We can take you through a mock interview process. Okay, so this session is for career planning. We have been through the presentations by all the employers, and today we are waiting for another employer who's going to come in, the other Ministry of Employment. Right, this is the National Employment Center, who under the National Employment Decree, the legislation, if you're going for attachment, you have to be registered with that by law, Right, so they're going to come here today just to talk about the things that they do in registering people who want to go for internship and attachments, And then they'll talk about writing application letters and CV and things like that. But they're going to be coming here at 2:30. So meanwhile, I'm just going to play some videos for you, all right? This is the presentation that we have. Hang on. Here, this one. Yeah. Set. Okay, Normally, when you're applying for a job, you need a very good application letter. Okay, so we're just giving you a general application letter so you could see some of the various categories, you know, in how to write a very good application letter. And normally, some people, they write about 2 pages, some they write 3 pages of application letter. And sometimes some of the things that they write in the application letter is not really relevant to that particular position. Okay, so when you're writing your application letter, first of all, you have to look at the key result areas of that particular vacancy. All right? So you fine-tune your letter to suit the key result areas of that particular vacancy, isn't it? Okay? And then your application letter should tie in with your resume. Most of the things that is in your resume will be introduced by your application letter, all right? So I'm just going to play a short video that we have made through the years, right? For you just to sit back, relax, and just look at some of the things that are here. If you need a copy of the video, we can also send it to you. Okay, just sit back, relax, and see what this thing is going to assist you with.
When you communicate with the employer, in the application letter, you must have a purpose. What is your purpose?
Hang on. Shit.
Clarifies the purpose of sending the resume. It arouses the employer's interest in your resume and improves your chances of being. This is the first step when you communicate with the employer. In the application letter, you must have a purpose. What is your purpose? Clarifies the purpose of sending the resume. It arouses the employer's interest in your resume and improves your chances of being granted an interview. What are some qualities of well-written application letters? The you attitude. For example, a degree in marketing and my interpersonal skills will enable me to be the enthusiastic, hardworking sales representative you advertised for in your local daily newspapers. Instead of, I wish to be considered an applicant for the position of. The length, it should be addressed to a person, not to a title. You must have knowledge of employers' activities. You must have knowledge of the job requirements. And you must have benefit information that would benefit the reader. Your letter should be organized, and it must have style. And it also must have the basic mechanics and the basic contents of a well-written application letter. The letter plan. The opening session arouses the reader's interest and makes him want to read a resume. The middle section touches upon your key qualifications and skills. The closing section, requesting an interview. Now the opening section. Name the person from whom you learnt about that job opening. For example, Mr. Ashok Ahuja, an HR manager, informed me about an opening of an editor in your publishing department. Because of my diploma in journalism and 3 years' experience on the news desk of a national newspaper, qualify me for such a position. Please consider me for the post. Your advertisement in the Hindu, dated October the 31st, for an ambitious, hardworking sales representative, lists requirements similar to my qualifications. A degree in marketing and 4 years of sales experience makes me confident of my ability to be the employee you would like to have in your organization. Please provide information about how your qualifications fit the job requirements. Several years of retail work experience in a women's garments boutique a degree in international marketing, and an ability to put in long hours of work would enable me to perform well as the business head of the export division you are seeking. An ability to communicate well both orally and in writing, a degree in business administration, and a 6-month live project with a software engineering company are the qualifications I have that closely match the requirements of the systems analyst position open in your company. Opening section continued. Mention one of the company's significant accomplishments to catch the reader's eye. The recent article about I.T.S tale, which appeared in Business Standard, convinces me that the foresight of your managers will allow the company's expansion plans to succeed. Please consider me for the area manager's post advertised in the 27th of September issue of the Economic Times. Make sure to include the title of the position for which you are applying in the first paragraph. In solicited letters of application, mention how you found out about the vacancy. In unsolicited application letter, openings with a list of your qualifications may be essential, as you need to convince the reader that the company would benefit by hiring you, even though there is no specific opening. For example, if you have an opening for a systems analyst who has done a 6-month live project for a software engineering company, has a degree in business administration, and a postgraduate diploma, please consider me for the post. Middle section, your understanding of the job requirements. Don't just state the job requirements. Please convince the reader that you have studied the position sufficiently to know that your qualification match the right requirements. For example, a background in statistics qualifies me as the research coordinator you are seeking, who is required to have an analytical background and to be familiar with statistical applications. Instead of, I understand you're looking for a hard-working, ambitious employee. Middle section, continued. Your educational achievements that qualify you for the job is very important. Present your education and work achievements in such a manner that their significance is apparent. Don't clutter the letter by enumerating every course you've taken or every job you have held. Don't repeat the facts presented in resume. Interpret them for the reader. For example, the accounting and data processing courses I studied at the University of the South Pacific enabled me to become familiar with the accounting theory, procedures and practices, as well as with computerized accounting processes. An understanding of the role of data processing in accounting would enable me to work effectively with clients who have installed computerized accounting systems. Selective courses in written and oral communication will also enable me to communicate effectively with these clients. Middle section. Your work experience that helps qualify you for the position. Show how your experience will be useful in the job which you are applying, or has helped you to develop your skills and made you a responsible, hardworking employee. You can also show that you've given you an opportunity to work with others. Any special qualifications that give you an edge over other applicants, please put that down in your letter. Your personal information, such as your marks, your grade, your average, your college activities in which you have participated, the honors and awards you have received, or some evidence of ability to shoulder responsibility, please put that in your application letter. Towards the end, refer to an enclosed resume. For example, my work experience outlined on the enclosed resume has taught me valuable lessons about working with others. Closing section. Offer to provide additional information that the reader may require. The dates on which you might be available for an interview. For example, after you've read my resume, please call or write to let me know a time that is convenient for you to discuss the position with me. Should you need additional information, please let me know. Additional information about my qualifications for this position can be discussed during an interview. Although this letter and attached resume do outline several, you can reach me at telephone number so-and-so, and please let me know a time that is convenient for you to talk with me about the position. Remember that your application letter should be about 1¼ page. It should be clear, crisp, and concise. Thank you very much.
students, if you need presentations that I'm going to play, after this I'm going to play another second video for you, which is about the resume and CV, so you can know the difference between a resume and CV. Yeah? That is a very important document when you are applying for your first job. You know, when you write your application letter, at the same time you're introducing your resume and your CV. Together. So those are the two documents that you normally send to the employer or to the vacancy that you are applying for. All right? So if you need some assistance and you want this presentation, I can also send it to you on your student email, together with the next presentation that I'm going to send to you now. Interview skills.
The video that you're about to see is about resume and CV. What is a resume? A resume is a document to market your skills, experience, education, and accomplishments to employers. It is meant to get you an interview. Remember, it's not your life history. A resume is very concise and easy to scan for information. What is a CV, or a curriculum vitae? This is a document that presents your qualifications for academic employment or graduate school. It addresses your education, your research, teaching, publications, presentations, professional development, and academic accomplishments. A CV, or a curriculum vitae, is rather lengthy and much more detailed. It is a guide to where you have been academically and professionally associated with any form of employment. What are some of the basic guidelines? First of all, you have to utilize a 10 to 12 point plain font. Use consistency in your presentation. One page is preferred, but 2 pages are used when you have enough relevant experience. the most impressive related experience should be towards the top of the page. Please use action words to start your statements. Include industry-related buzzwords. Target it to the career field you are entering or to the job description that you are applying for. The categories. Both resume and CV, you must have education, you must have your honors, your internships, related experience, research, additional involvement, activities, your volunteer and community involvement, your skills, your work experience, related coursework, technical skills. In a resume, it would be objective. You must provide a profile or a summary of qualifications. In your CV, you must provide some publications that you have done or some very important presentations, professional development, or some presentations you've done in conferences, and of course, your teaching experience. Resume statements. Use action verbs to describe what you did in each position or experience. Be descriptive and specific. Write a full statement. Remember, action verb plus details plus results equals a strong resume statement. Look at job postings to get new ideas. Practice telling someone else what you did in each position or how you demonstrated each skill. Let's begin with personal information. In this CV, you will see that there is a bold on the person's name. Obviously, this person wants to show the employer that this is his CV by bolding his name. Profile, a summary of qualifications. For example, this person has put as his profile, motivated entry-level professional with a solid understanding of family systems and counseling psychology, excellent interpersonal skills, an ability to interact with people of diverse backgrounds and cultures, experience in developing and implementing youth programs. You must have a summary of qualifications. In this instance, this person has put highly motivated entry-level professional with a solid understanding of community issues, ability to interact with people of diverse backgrounds and cultures, proven effectiveness in developing and implementing programs for children and families, excellent communication, writing, and research skills. Next is education. The person is actually bolded the Bachelor of Arts to show the employer that he has a degree, and his degree is Bachelor of Arts. In this instant, it is Bachelor of Arts. You must name the college and the year that you gained your qualification and what was your subject major. If you have been honored with an honors list, or if you're a member of any professional organization, please list that down. And some experiences of studying abroad, also list that down. In this instant, this person has studied at the University of Galway in Ireland. Your research, this is very, very important in your CV, in your resume, because it shows the research skills that you have. In this instant, this person has statistics and methods research project where? At Augsburg College in Minneapolis. What did he do during the course of his research? He examined the correlation between attachment styles in young adults from divorced families. He hypothesized that individuals from divorced families would be more likely to have an insecure attachment style. He discovered that there was no statistical correlation between attachment styles and divorced families. Your related experience is very important. What was some of your internship experience? Please list that down in your CV or your resume. Your work experience. Employers are always out to see the kind of work experience that a person has. What have you done as a student worker? And what was your role and responsibility? Please list that all down in your resume or your CV. Your professional development. In this instant, this person is put that he's a student member of the prestigious American Psychological Association. He's also put down that he's a member of the American Counseling Association. If you've done some research or you have research skills, please list down your publications and the presentations that you've made in your CV or your resume. What are some activities that you're involved in? In this instance, the student was an orientation leader. Of course, you must list the year in which you did this activity. If you have done community service or you're a volunteer, please also list that down. What was your community service? In this instance, this person has put down he was a volunteer. Right? He was a volunteer Sunday school teacher. Where? At St. Edward's, Bloomington. You also must have the year and the date in which you did this community service. Your technical skills are very important, and you must also list them down in your CV and your resume. Some final tips. Please include a cover letter with your resume. You must print on good quality resume paper. When emailing your resume, please label your attachments with your name. Set up a professional email account. After submitting your resume, follow up with an email or phone call. Thank you very much for viewing this video. The video that you're about to see is on interview skills or the interview process. First of all, you must be prepared to impress more. Prove that you will make a great employee. Also prove that you have very good presentation skills. Mark the date that is scheduled for your interview. Questions when scheduling? Before the interview, ask the HR officer, how long is the interview? How many candidates will be interviewed? With whom will I be interviewing? Is there anything I should bring with me? If you're unable to attend for a good reason, inform them as soon as possible and request an alternative date. These are some pre-interviewing tasks. Let them know your availability for the interview. Please do your homework. Talk to people with experience. Prepare answers. Prepare questions. Know how to get to the interview location. Coordinate your portfolio file. Look your best. Plan to be 20 minutes early to be fresh and calm. Research and know the employer before the interview. What are the mission? What are the vision? What are the values of the employer? What is the main focus of the employer? Who are its competitors? Learn about the history of the employer, of the organization. Where are its field offices? Where are they located? Learn about the industry trends. What is the structure of the organization and the chain of command? How big is the organization? What is the culture of this organization? Know the job that you've applied for. What is the job description or the key result areas? What are the duties? What are specific skills that are mentioned in the vacancy? What kind of knowledge that you should have? Job experience that you should have? What qualities that you should have that you relate well with the job vacancy? Which of your qualities and experiences align with their expectations? Remember what you wrote in your application letter and claimed in your CV and resume. Be in touch with yourself. What are your initiative, goals, and attitude? What are your passion and interests? Your attributes, your knowledge, skills, and what special qualities you have? What are your strengths and weaknesses? Your accomplishments and experiences? Why do you want to work for them? What can you offer to this organization? Why should they choose you and not the others? USP graduate attributes. USP graduate attributes are very, very important. These are attributes that students should have when they are applying for jobs. First of all, you must have academic excellence. You must have intellectual curiosity and integrity. You must have the capacity for leadership and working with others. You should appreciate the cultures of the Pacific Islands and have cross-cultural tendencies or cross-cultural competencies. What should you take in an interview? First and foremost, you must prepare a student or an interview portfolio. You must have copies of your resume. You should list your professional references. You must have your academic transcripts, a working pen, a notepad. Please bring along a comb or a brush. Have some breath mints. Have a light briefcase where you will put your portfolio in it. Remember, first impressions matter. The way you dress, it is the single biggest non-verbal communication you can make about yourself. Dress sense. Why? To convey success. The way you dress will also convey trustworthiness, intelligence, suitability for the job, your professionalism, and how you have organized yourself. Make sure your clothes are nicely pressed. You should wear light dark colors. They should be plain, they're semi-formal to formal. They should be decent and well coordinated. You must have polished shoes, and please wear light jewelry, wear light makeup, and have some perfume. Be clean and always smell fresh. And of course, your image that's showing there in the video, you must have a trimmed haircut. You must be clean shaven, have a warm smile, have a feel of confidence, have that formal dress, and of course, that firm handshake. You must have a correct body posture. That's your image. Before you go to the interview, please practice your greeting. How do you greet others? Remember, first impressions count. Practice your handshake and introduce yourself to the people around you. Remember your smile and eye contact. Whilst waiting for your turn, please be calm and follow instructions. When filling out forms, don't leave any blanks. Try to be neat. Be thorough and check information. Provide positive information about yourself. Try to read company information or company literature. Focus on your interview. Switch off your mobile phone. Take deep breaths if you are nervous. Don't compare yourself with other candidates. All right? The interview structure, of course, the greetings, the handshake, the names, the chit-chat, small talk. Tell me about yourself. The core in the interview process are the interview questions. The questions, have your questions ready. And the closing of the interview, what happens next? What do employers want from you? Can you do the job? Try to evaluate your potential. What are your skills? What qualifications do you have? What kind of experiences do you have? What special qualities? What value you will offer to the organization? Will you fit into the team organization culture? What is your personality like? What kind of behavior do you have? What do you value as very important to the organization? How motivated are you? What are your energy level? Do you have initiative? What drives you? Be yourself, be honest, and be relevant. Body language is very important in the interview process. The do's: make eye contact, smile, sit with a good posture, sit like a lady or a gentleman, listen attentively, try to respond appropriately, use gestures when necessary, wait for the question to finish before answering, try to mirror a positive body posture. Don'ts: don't slouch, don't be stiff, don't make faces, and please don't roll your eyes. Don't fidget, don't tap your feet, don't crackle your knuckles. Clear your throat repeatedly. Don't bite your lips or your nails. Don't scratch a part of your body. Don't put your hands in your pockets. Don't cross your arms and legs repeatedly. And please, don't look elsewhere when questions are asked. Speaking, these are some of the do's. Be clear, concise, and precise with words. Be relevant. Be polite. Be loud enough and clear, and use intonation. Intonation is the rise and fall of speech. Think before you speak. Always ask for clarification if you haven't heard it properly or do not understand the question. Don't speak too fast or too loudly. Remember, you might mumble your words. Don't make jokes. Don't curse. Please don't use slang words. Don't babble or chat too much. Please don't interrupt the interview panel. Don't badmouth a boss. Don't flirt with the interviewer. Say certain things in your life that are better left unsaid. These are some examples of tough interview questions that you might come across. Tell all questions. Tell me about yourself. Specific question. What do you think of the organization's mission? Which you'll have to answer appropriately. Surprise question. What is your passion? Some strengths and weaknesses questions. Questions about the future. They want to test your analytical skill. They want to see how you're able to see beyond the organizational goals. Where do you see yourself in 5 years, for example? Scenario questions. What if there was a tsunami? What would you do? Or behavioral questions. Tell me about a time when you were faced with a situation. Or give an example of what would you do if you were in this particular situation. Weakness? I used to like to work on one project to its completion before starting on another, but I've learned to multitask better. I think it allows me to be a multitasker. This is the simple question. When faced with a project, I sometimes find it difficult to get started, as I generally have lots of creative ideas. The way I try to overcome this is to start with the end in mind. Once I've established what the result is to be, I can then list all the important points to get there. When I have the order ready, I can then tackle the beginning, and my creative flair can be added along the way. Or another simple answer. In the past, I have found planning and prioritizing a challenge. I now use Outlook on both my computer and work mobile phone to synchronize appointments and block out time for travel and the unexpected. I find this much easier than using a handwritten diary, as I can now move tasks and appointments around should I have a cancellation and see at a glance what is coming up. Okay, here's an example of an experience. This is a situation. Detail the background. Provide a context, where and when. And the task, describe the challenge and expectations, what needed to be done and why. An action, elaborate your specific action. What did you do? How? What tools did you use? And then, of course, the results. Explain the results. What are some accomplishments? What recognition did you get? Savings, etc. Please quantify the results. More questions. Share a goal you set for yourself. Share a conflict resolution. What would you do to gain respect? How do you stay current? Describe going above and beyond at work. How do you accept criticism? What are some of the things that bother you? Do you prefer working with others, or do you prefer working alone? Why should we hire you as the best person for the job? These are some of the questions that you might like to ask your interview panel at the end of the interview process. Does the company offer any training opportunities? What is the selection or timeline process from here? Is there a periodic review process? Remember, interviews is a two-way process. They ask you questions and you ask them back. Practice during the interview. Speak your answers, not just think about them. Go in a mock interview and try to get an honest feedback. Try to evaluate, because when you evaluate, you start to gain more practice and confidence in the interview. Go to the internet and look up interview resources. Go to YouTube and watch video clips on interview skills. Remember, you never get a second chance to make a first impression. These are the qualities of a promising candidate. 1, a complete application. 2, a personal appearance. 3, answering questions completely. 4, good communication skills. 5, positive attitude and behavior. 6, having good interpersonal skills. 7, completing tasks efficiently. 8, creative and shows initiative. 9, a willing learner. And 10, having confidence. Thank you for watching this video. This video is on creating employment portfolios.
For those students that have just come in, we're just showing you some videos to assist you with your career development when you're looking for work, after you finish your degree at the university. We have showed you how to write application letters, how to do up your resume and CV, and attending to interview skills. We will just show you the fourth one, which is creating employment portfolios. Portfolios are really documents that you take during the interview. These are assignments that you have done, or probably certificates or degrees or diplomas or even transcripts, okay? These are actually kept in your employment, they're actually called employment portfolios. Some people call it career portfolios, some people call it interview portfolios, Okay, so I'll just show you a video, on how you can create your employment portfolios, because when you attend an interview, you really have to take this document with you, right? So just sit back.
Document that you normally take during an interview. What is a career portfolio? It is a personal collection of materials documenting your work history, professional development, achievements, career and career planning, job applications and other job information. It is also a show and tell, which is of course the evidence of knowledge, your skills, attributes and capabilities. Why create a portfolio? A portfolio can be used to market your capabilities in job interviews, negotiate promotions and raises, apply for bonuses, scholarships or grants, document the quality and quantity of your professional development, demonstrate prior work or learning experiences for educational credit. What is an interview portfolio? An interview portfolio is a small but to-the-point selection of items from your career portfolio. It is tailored to sell you for a specific job. What does it show? Understand what the job requires. Meet all the job requirements. Proof of the skills that you are selling. It helps set you apart from other interviewees because it displays your uniqueness. Opportunity. A career portfolio elaborates on the sections of your CV which you are most proud of. A career portfolio includes additional information about yourself that are relevant to the job for which you are applying. It is meant to highlight your abilities and skills. It is also meant to document your classroom, employment, and extracurricular achievements. How do you start an interview portfolio? You must organize and have some ample time. 1. Read thoroughly the advertisement, the job description, and analyze it. Then list every soft skill in order of importance. You must assess what you can offer in terms of strengths, your skills, and your abilities. Think of past experiences that demonstrate you have these skills. Go to your career portfolio and select items that will go into this interview portfolio. Order items reflecting importance to the employer of skills and qualities listed in step 1. What goes into the portfolio? Official records. In fact, They are proof of the qualifications you say that you have in your resume or in your CV. And official transcripts of your student records, licenses or training certificates, evidence of your professional affiliations, conferences and workshops attended, articles or photos addressing your achievement, written references, certificates or letters of nominations for awards, honors, and scholarships, official evidence of specific skills, for example, your typing speed, work experience or placement reports, job appraisals. What goes into the portfolio continued? Evidence of achievements, less official, more interesting ways of showcasing that you are suitable for the job. Photographs demonstrating your skill, for example, if you're applying for a job in cabinet making, you might put in a photo of some drawers that you have built. Your work samples such as class projects, work experience projects, reports you've written, presentations you've created, and samples of different kinds of writing. A list of seminars and workshops you've attended, including a description of each. A program from an event you planned or in which you participated as part of a class project, student association, or voluntary work. A newspaper article or profile from staff newsletters that highlight your accomplishments. Your presentation, make it look good. It should be well organized, professional looking, and error-free. A portfolio creates a positive and strong image of you. It's easy to flip through to see your abilities match the ones that they need. For each work or evidence sample, provide a very short statement that describes briefly but clearly the context in which the item was created and list the skills it developed or demonstrates. The presentation format. You must have a cover page, a table of contents, and an organizational system. According to job description, most important and relevant materials close to the front. It must have tabs or dividers or plastic sleeves to separate the various parts of the portfolio. Put similar items together, example, reference letters, photos, or work samples. You must have everything in chronological order or in alphabetical order. Present your portfolio well. Mention in a covering letter and on your resume that you can provide a portfolio on request. Why? It makes you look organized and professional. Always take your portfolio to job interviews. You never know how handy it might turn out to be. When it's appropriate to respond to the interview questions with portfolio examples, please do so. Present your portfolio well. No chance to show your portfolio during the interview. Show one or two items at the end of the interview to reinforce the good impression you've made in the interview. If there isn't time to show a portfolio to an employer in detail, or you want to point out something that you forgot to show or didn't include in the portfolio, send copies of your items to them along with your thank you letter as a follow-up to the interview. Never leave your portfolio with an employer. It has a personal material in it, and any work samples you include are likely to be confidential or copyrighted to the companies where you produce them. The point of a portfolio is just to show what kind of work you can do, not to leak company information. Thank you very much for watching this video presentation.
Final years of study or have completed your studies? Okay, so maybe you could, if you're thinking of actually doing an application or putting together an application or working on your resume, you can come and see us at our office, which is at the Counseling Center building, right behind the Westpac Bank, the old Westpac Bank building. It's a student at the at the book center car park. Right? You stand at the book center car park, you see Westpac Bank. We are behind the at the Counseling Center building. Yeah, you can come and see us. In regards to your application letter or maybe any vacancy that you have identified in the local newspaper or on the internet, yeah, you can just bring that application across so we can assist you put together these documents together that I'm talking about today. Yeah? Okay, hands up those of you who would like a copy of these presentations. Okay, excellent. So we will maybe you could just write on a piece of paper your student number. All right. So we'll forward you all the 4 presentations that we have here on covering letters, on how to work on your resume, and interview skills, right, and creating your employment portfolios, which is an important document that you take during the course of the interview. Yeah? All right. So now it's question time. I think the employees that we were waiting for are not able to come today. All right. So that's enough for us. Just watching those 4 videos, which is enough to assist you find the employment that you're looking for whilst you're studying here at USP. All right. We will be posting up a question for those of you who have smartphones on the USP Career and Internship app. All right? You may have seen the login details that we have already given you. Okay, this is the app that I was talking to you about. We have an app. You have to go onto the USP Wi-Fi, and then this is the Wi-Fi login for USP. After that, and then you go to Attendify, and then you try to load up the app, the USP Career Internship app. All right. And Vanessa is in the process of posting up the question. Already done. Okay, the question is already out. All right. If you have a phone, you can just view the question for a chance to get, to win yourself a phone before we finish for the day and have refreshments outside. So those of you who have a smartphone, you can just log in to all the login details and view the question that's posted there for a chance to win yourself a mobile phone today. I think we have free Wi-Fi too in this room. That is the login thing for the Wi-Fi. All right. You got an answer? Okay, we have an answer. It's Lisa. Lisa, can you just stand up, please, and come down? And Vanessa, could you just take a photograph, please? That we would like you to take, and it's also in the app, or I will be posting it out on Monday for you. It's a Survey Monkey. It's sort of like an evaluation, student evaluation on the career fair that has happened throughout this week, from Tuesday right through today. I want you just to put in your views and fill in that survey, because we really want some information pertaining to the survey, how good it has been, and everything that has affected you in actually attending to the USP Careers Internship Fair 2020. Yeah? All right? Okay, so we will just break now and just go out slowly for some refreshments outside. Right, thank you very much. Please just make your way outside slowly, yeah? For some refreshments. Yeah, just right here. For those of you who would like the presentations, just put your student number there, just student number. Student number, just put your student number, just list it down, eh? All student number, then I'll send the presentations to you. Huh? Copy of a CV like that, which I'm showing to you now, eh? Like that, see. If you'd like a copy of a CV like this one, you can give me your name. Sorry. Hey, Vanessa, how do I send the presentation to this gang here? But they don't have access to the app right now. The presentations. Yeah. Just write your name there and your student number, then I'll send all the presentations. Eh? And write your student number and write your name beside it. Eh? So I will know. Eh?
So can also the presentation for
Yes, because I have all the presentations here with me. For the whole of yesterday and the whole on Tuesday.
yes,
I'll send you. Just write your name there, my friend. Yes. Or you want all the presentations that you did yesterday?
yeah, but I lost the paper.
All right, it's okay. I can send it all to you. Just write your name and information there. I will send you information there. Okay, just write your name and detail there because I'm not able to access it. Okay, then come on Tuesday or Wednesday. They will have you. They will be happy with that. You can come in at 9 o'clock or 10 o'clock, depending on when you're free. After lectures, eh? Yeah. Just come around to see us, eh? We are up at the conference center. Set.